Good morning, everybody. I'm here again with another idea for you. Oh, I just popped up on my feed. Give me a minute to go over here. Oh, I don't know if I silenced my computer. I'll do that first. No, I hadn't. Okay, come on. There we go. I don't want to have it really, really loud, but I hope you have your beverage of choice. I have my hot tea. Oh, my laundry just finished. Hey, Renee. So glad you joined me. Oh, that's good this morning. Hey, Gladys. Good morning. Let's see, what's going on? I don't know. It's supposed to rain later today, but I don't know if it will or not. We had beautiful blue skies, and then it kind of got cloudy. The sun is still out, but it does look like rain. So we might get some rain. I am excited about today's card. It is a quick and easy card using pattern paper. And it's so fast and easy, I'm going to do 4. So we're going to get 4 ideas. I use different paper for each card. So I can't wait to show you that. And it's simple scoring and simple cutting, which is great. And it's a fancy fold, believe it or not. It's just a take on a fancy fold. So it'll be fun to share that with you. And the first one I will decorate all the way through. The others, I'm not going to decorate. I'll just show you what it looks like and kind of talk about what you could do. Since this is stamps, paper, and ink, I'm not using die cuts, but if you have what I'm using and you have the die cuts, you can very easily do that. Oh, Gladys, I'm glad you're excited about it. They're great cards and they're really cute, and it's a perfect, you can use them for a perfect pick-me-up. You can do birthday cards with it. It can be used for any occasion. And it's just, they make cute Easter cards if you use like the tulip paper with the little chicken or bunny. I don't have either of those. And I don't have the chick in the mini catalog. I have the other ones, the crazy chicks. I have those. But, so you could make Easter cards with them. If you want to send Easter cards, you can do a bunch of these today and mail them out Monday and be in good shape for Easter. So I'm excited to show it to you. Not my idea. I saw it and I thought, ooh, that is a fun technique. I'm always finding things that are fun and I love to share them with you so that you see them also, because lots of times you may not see them. If you're familiar with Facebook, you can look at something, refresh the page, and it's gone. It's so fast. I think I read somewhere that the feed itself, you can usually find it on the feed, like it stays there 6 hours, and then it's on the individual group. But your basic feed, it's gone after 6 hours. And that's true because I've looked at something and gone back to try and find it, and oh my gosh. So I've gotten to the point where I at least, if it's something I don't want to save, I'll turn on notifications or things like that. So I do that kind of thing just so I have it to go back to refer to, because sometimes it's like, oh, I want to check that out, but I can't at that time. So just some tips and hints with Facebook. I don't like the fact that it goes so fast either. I find I like Pinterest more, but I get more ideas from Facebook, I guess because it goes so fast. I don't know. Hey, Jenny. I don't know, but I do both. If I'm looking for something in particular with a stamp set or paper, I go to Pinterest. If I'm just scrolling, looking for ideas, I usually use Facebook, and that's what I do. But they are rabbit holes. You can get started with them, and before you know it, time is up. All right. If you don't have your favorite beverage, grab it quick because I'm starting in a few seconds. I'm going to take a sip for myself, and then we're going to get started. So you'll see 4 cards today. All right, I'm gonna move my tea off of my area because I have been known to turn it over and ruin projects. That's why I don't keep stuff up here. All right, now if you're the type, I know I'm up too high. If you're the type that gets dizzy, what you need to do, yes, we went to daylight savings times, Renee. That's why I put on there 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. So I'm probably an hour earlier for you, you know, and then in the fall, I'll drop back an hour. So I know we're crazy here in the US to do that stuff. All right, if you're the type that gets dizzy, close your eyes because I'm going to flip myself upside down and then turn my phone. So close your eyes as I get this done and I'll tell you when to open them again. It doesn't take me long to get it flipped, but I do try to, I'm gonna try to raise it just a little. All right, now I've got to adjust a little bit more. Oh, there we go. All right, if you want to open your eyes, you can. I'm going to tilt it back just a little bit more. All I'm doing now is adjusting my mat so that it's in camera and straight. Okay, back a little bit, down a little bit. Takes me I think, Gladys, I have better luck with Pinterest if I'm looking for a technique, a stamp set, paper, something like that I'm looking for. That's how I use Pinterest. Okay, I think I'm pretty good. I did adjust it a little bit more, give it a little bit of time to catch up. Nope, it's not. All right, I'm gonna go with that. All right, I pulled this out because my first project, I am using the New Horizons pattern paper and the stamp set. Now, if you have the bundle, you can easily do the same thing I'm doing and cut them out. But since I'm trying to show people you don't have to have a lot of stuff, I am not going to use the dies. All right, so I've chosen this paper to use. And those of you who don't know me, oh, well, Barb, you made it. We're just getting started. Okay, so I've chosen this paper, and I've chosen to use it with polished pink. So we're going to actually do 4 cards, Barb. And as I was saying, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Robbie Rabala, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in North Carolina. So if any of you are in the U.S., I would love to connect with you. All right. So my paper is 5.5 by 8.5, and all this will be listed afterwards. I'll take pictures and everything. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to score it at, I think it's 2 1/8, but let me verify. Yes, 2 1/8. All right, so I'm going to score it first at 2 1/8, and I've got my long side at the top. All right, and then I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. All right. So my cardstock's done. Isn't that easy? It's half and then half of the panel. With my pattern paper, I'm going to take, and I think I'm going to cut it from the top, but because I'm going to make it 5 1/4, so it's like, yeah, that'll be good. I'm going to cut off like 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so I've got it at 5 1/4, and then my next cut is at 2 inches, and another cut at 2 inches. Have an idea where I'm heading? All right, so I've got, that's all the cutting and scoring you do. Hey, Pam. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this back on the score line, like so. And then this one gets folded back on the score line the other way. So what you're doing, I'm going to pull in my bone folder now. is you're creating a Z-fold card. All right, so we've got that. Time to put this together. All right, this piece is going to go on this panel right here. All right, and I think this is 5.5, isn't it? Sometimes I cut them down. It just looks odd. Ooh. Now, what you want to do, and I forgot this, you want to keep this, there's that and that. Is this over here? No, this is here. You want to keep them in order. Totally forgot that. Oh, good thing I remembered before I started putting these down. And I'm just going to add some adhesive to the back. And it's going to go on this first panel. All right. Then I'm going to add adhesive here. And this goes on this panel. And the only thing you have to worry about is making sure it's centered and your top and bottom, it's a very small border, but watch your top and bottom. Make sure that those are even. All right. And we're going to add this piece on. And I'm going to add it right here. And I'm watching my top and bottom. And again, I'm centering it here. And then I have cut a piece of white that's 2 inches by 5 1/4. All right. I thought, you know, I would do one all the way and show you. And this one goes next to this. And you're going to center it again. And watch your top and bottom. Oh, this is a little bit longer. Give me a minute to trim this just slightly. I don't know why that's off a little. I think what it is, my trimmer and my guillotine cutter, I should have cut this with that. That's a little better. Excuse me. There it is. Now, the On the Horizon stamp set is on that same page, and I thought I would add some interest. So using the basic gray, I'm going to add some birds. And I discovered a fun thing. I know everybody struggles with these birds, but I've discovered if you take this piece here and stamp it this way, the birds are flying the right way. Usually you have to check it out. And I'm just going to stamp it here and then here, and I'm not going to put any there, so it's a flock of birds flying across. So remember that tip, that little, I don't know, it's almost like a check mark. All right, so I'm done with the basic gray. Then with my Evening Evergreen, I'm gonna pull out the trees. So you can, I love this paper because you can stamp on it. And I'm going to stamp. Now what I did was I took my Sharpie and I saw where the tree line is, and I put a mark here and here. So now I can use those marks to get it. Oh, it's off a little because that was down. I didn't see it. But what I can take and do is a hint for you. I'm going to grab a small, I've got a small, little tiny small blending brush, and I'm going to go in with some Evening Evergreen and fill it in. And it kind of matches the other. So if you do that, you can cheat and fix it. Oops, there's a spot over here. So there's a way to fix that if you get it too high. And it doesn't look like it's too high now. Oh, I put that away and I'm not done with it. I'm going to take the grass and I'm going to stamp it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a Post-it note because I don't want it over this way. So I'm going to mark it off. And I'm going to stamp the grass over here. And it's okay if it doesn't go all the way across. All right? So the only thing I have left is my sentiment. And I'm going to choose, oh, you know what I need to do? I need to stamp this to see, make sure it's on there straight. Yes, I'm using my Evening Evergreen, and right in the middle here, I'm going to stamp Relax and Enjoy Your Day. I'm going to send this to Jess. So there's the card, opened, totally finished, and it folds up like this to go in the envelope. And then you've got that, you can open it. Now you can put more grass on here. You can do some other things. There are, you can even die cut some trees and stick on there. You can go to town with this, whichever way you want. But I kept it clean and simple since this is, you know, stamps, paper, and ink. So there's card 1. For card 2, I am using the Europeach pattern paper, and I've chosen this piece. I wanted something with some interest to it so that you didn't have to add anything to it. But this also goes with the suite that's on page 60 and 61. So there is this, you could do a peach and put on there and die cut it. But again, stamps, paper, and ink. So pulling back my trimmer. All right, I got to get this set up the right way. I like the Stampin' Up! At the top. I don't know why. It doesn't need to be. So I'm going to cut this. Let's see. What does this say? It says 5.5. All right, so the first thing I do, I'm not going to cut, I'm going to score at 2 1/8. All right. Hey, Carol. Oh, thanks, Barb. And then scoring it again at 4 1/4. I don't like the score on here. I don't think it gives it a good score. You have to go back and forth too many times. So, all right. Using my score lines, I'm going to fold it in half. My third folder. And then this piece is folded back on the other score line. All right, going to my pattern paper. Now, the only thing you have to worry about is when you cut this, if it has a direction. I'm going to sneeze in a minute. Sorry about that. All right, so I'm going to cut this at 5 1/4. So it's basically cutting off 3/4 of an inch. All right, and you can use that to put on the envelope, whatever you want to do with it. And then we cut this at 2 inches. And 2 inches again. All right. Hey, Janice. Don't forget, keep these in order so that your paper goes in order across your card base. All right, I'm going to open my card base up. This one goes on first. And it's going to go on that first panel. And I'm going to center it. And watch my spacing, top and bottom. Get it as close as I possibly can. All right, so there's that. This one goes on next. Hey, Diana, sorry, I looked at it too quick. All right, you guys didn't miss much. We did the first card, and I'll share it with you at the end, but this is the second card. I'm doing actually 4 cards today. This is so quick and easy. All right, so there's that one. So if you have some pattern paper that you want to use, and oh, thanks, Jackie. Hi, I didn't see you come in. Yeah, don't say bless me or God bless me till I'm totally done. I don't usually sneeze one time. I'm a 3, 4, 5 sneezer. All right, and then I have my 2 inch by 5 1/4 inch piece of white. You can add anything to this that you want. Now this one has no score lines. Oh, I forgot to cut that down. That's what I need to check. I'll try and remember on the next one. You can add bows to this. Like I said, if you have the peach set, you know, die cut a peach and stick it there. I'm just showing you how to do it quick and easy. So with the peach one, I'm going to pull in the stamp set because I'm going to get my sentiment, and I'm going to go have a peachy day. I'm looking for cards I can send to Jess. She's running ragged with the girls, so I thought every once in a while I would just send her a card, letting her know that I'm thinking of her, and she does an awful lot for the girls. So I hope I was a good example for her. We were always going to dance competitions and having fun that way. Okay, so there's that one. Okay, so 2 cards already, and I've only been doing this about 20 minutes. So here was the first card, like that. Here's the second card. This one has no decorations on it. Before I post them, I will decorate them up a little bit. Probably not a lot, just to show you don't need a lot of stuff. All right, now the last 2 I'm not going to decorate or put sentiments on because I don't know what I'm going to use them for. All right, so the next one I'm going to use is the Pansy Petals paper, and I'm going to use this one with the Blackberry Bliss. I thought this was a nice spring card. So with my, I gotta put that up there. I don't want to cut it. With my trimmer, I'm going to score it first at 2 1/8. You'll have to let me know which is your favorite card, and then 4 1/4. All right. And while I'm thinking of it, I'm going to grab the white and see. Yep, it's just a little bit off. Ooh, that's the score. All right, so I trimmed it this time. I'm going to go ahead and trim the other one while I'm thinking of it, and then I don't have to worry about it. Okay. All right, I've got those trimmed. Now I'm going to go to my pattern paper. This has a direction. This is upside down, so when I cut, I'm going to cut down here because I want to keep those colors. I love those colors. So I'm a pink and purple girl. So cut that off. Again, use it across. Oh, that would be a good idea. I'm going to bring that back in. And I'm going to cut it here at 2 inches. And I'm cutting it, I know I'm cutting it upside down, but I want those flowers. So there. I'm going to show you how you could use that scrap. All right, now for my pattern paper, all right, this is the right side up. I'm going to cut it at 2. Oops, wrong one. And at 2. And remember, keep them in order. Okay. Right there. All right. Time to put this one together. All right, I'm going to fold it in half this way. I do watch my edges. Ladies, if you have any crafty friends, feel free to share my video or invite them to join us. I love to have lots of people in here. All right, that one's going to go there. Now, you know what? I just thought of something. I'm gonna change this one. Give me a minute. I know you're thinking, what is she gonna do now? Well, I'm gonna. I thought I had white paper out, but I don't. Let me get white cardstock. Okay, look out, Fishy. All right, I'm gonna take. And I'm going to cut this at 5 1/4. I'm going to put a layer behind this It just occurred to me that it might, and then I'm going to cut a piece, 3 pieces by 2 inches because I've got 3 panels. I just think it'll make the paper pop some. You'll have to tell me, yeah, it was worth it, or nah, didn't change it. All right, so I've got those. Now I've got to keep these in order. So I've got to cut, let's see, this was at 5 1/4. So I'm going to take it down to 5 1/8. And then take this one down to 1 7/8. Get it, make sure it's straight. All right, I've got that one done. I think it's just going to look better. So 1 7/8. I'm watching to make sure. This one looks a little wider than 2 inches. Maybe not. No, it was. Huh. Okay, maybe that last one doesn't need to be trimmed on the coming down the side. Maybe I cut it wrong. Did you see if I cut it wrong when I was cutting? I thought I did 2 inches. Let's see. Sometimes the paper is not exactly, it's not exactly 6 inches. This may not have been, it was a scrap of an offcut, so maybe it was cut wrong. I didn't cut it to 6 by 6. All right. So this is a great way to use your 6 by 6 paper. All right, and now I think you'll see why I did this. All right, I'm just gonna lay that one there so you can see. And then when I put this one on, sometimes if it just doesn't pop, add a layer. Oops, I've got 2 layers, 2 pieces here. I don't want that. Oh no, there's that one. All right. All right, now I'm going to put this one down. Did I mix them up? Are you talking about the pattern paper? Nope, that one goes there. This one's upside down? No. Okay, this one goes over here. Oh, thanks for catching that, Gladys. Yes, so this one goes in the middle. I'd have stuck that down and had a mess. All right, but there's that one. This one goes over here. See the difference? This just pops. So sometimes you have to add a background to it to make it pop. I may have to, I'll have to look and see if I have to do that one on the last one. This one would go really well with the pansy set. And if you don't have the pansy set, ooh, this pattern paper has large pansies that you could easily cut, a fussy cut, and add that on. There's one pattern. It's not a pattern I use because it's like it's got those large pansies. So maybe I need to just it's right now, I think. See, that one goes there and that goes there. Thanks, Gladys, for picking that up though. And this one goes on the other one. That's what happens when you shift gears midway. I do too, Gladys. I think that white background really makes it pop. Okay. All right. Here's our last one, and we'll do the last one. And the last one I've chosen Hostess paper for, and the reason I chose it is I was looking at it and thinking, ooh, it kind of reminds me of underwater. So I'm thinking I don't know what the set is called. I think it's Sea Life Dyes that has the the big fish and the seahorse in it to cut out, but this is the paper that I was thinking of that has those large pansies on it. And so you could easily cut those, some of those out and put them on there. So I think I'm going to leave that so I can leave it out so I've got it. All right, so there's that one. And my last one is the Pattern Party. It's a Hostess thing. And I'm going to use this side. This just looked like waves to me. So I thought, oh, that'll be cute. And I'm thinking I'm going to use the big fish on here. I think that'll be cute. So you'll have to check out the post later today. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is 2 1/8. All right. And then 4 1/4. So you guys have pattern paper you can think of, you can do this with. All right, so there's that. And then this, I'm going to cut it down to 5 1/4. I don't think I'm going to add a background to this. I think it'll be fine. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to show you. I'll have to go back. I cut that piece. Where's the pansy card? I cut this piece. I'm going to stick it on there real quick while I'm thinking of it. I'm thinking I can add this piece down here for decoration. And I did cut the, this one you're not going to be able to match up, but I thought that's cute. And then I'm going to stamp a sentiment on there. So there we go. All right. I'm going to do the same for that one. So let me cut this at, it's 2 inches. All right, so I'll have that. Hopefully I'll remember, I'll put it with the white paper. Now that I've got this cut at 5 1/4, I'm going to cut it first at 2 inches. And then again at 2 inches, and I'm just sliding it over so it stays in line. Like so. There's that one. And there's that one. So they're in order. Done. All right, I'm going to fold this in half. I always watch my edges. I showed the ladies in my class the other day how to fold their paper against their, I don't know if you guys know that or not, but if you take your scoring tool and you put your paper here, I don't have one. I was looking to see if I had a card. Put your paper up against the edge and then take this piece and fold it up and push it up together, and then you can give yourself, oh, hi, Joan. That's fine. You're still not that late. We did 4 cards today. That way you get a straight fold. All right. See, I don't think this needs a background. So I'm going to when I finish, I'm going to go ahead and decorate and add, take my pictures and add these up so you can see the finished ones. Okay, here's this. Okay, like so. And then here's my last one. And remember, keep it in order so that your pattern, because see what would happen? Here, it's out of sync and it looks kind of, it looks to me funky. But that could be my eyes. All right, and then, yes, it is Poppy Parade, Gladys. All right. So I'm going to add this down at the bottom. You could, I did this on Poppy Parade, but there's a blue in here. If you put it in the blue, it'd probably look just as good and maybe look better for the fish, but I'm not going to worry about it because I'm going to do the fish. And I have some glitter paper, that rainbow glitter paper, or the ombre, one of those. All right, there's the last one. So I will get these done. I'm going to pull them all in. All right, here's the first one we did using the New Horizons. Oh, thanks, Trudy. Hi. So we did this one. That's card 1. Card 2, I believe, was this one. And I'm going to add, I've got that peachy paper here. I'm going to add, I'll cut it real quick and add it to the bottom. I also have my, I have the, all right, I'll add that one because I think that paper adds it. Where's my, oh, here's my New Horizons paper. I'm going to add this end that has the pink to it because I love my pink. All right, so I'll add those on real quick. So then you can see what it looks like with the pieces at the bottom. I think it just adds a little bit, especially if you're not going to add like die cuts or anything. Oh, thanks, Renee. Thanks, Carol. Oop, that one almost went on upside down. All right, so there's that one. So there's card 1. This was card 2, and I have the stamp set. So, you know, I think there's paper that you could probably cut a peach out of there too in that pack. I'll look and see. Card 3 was this one, and I didn't stamp it yet because I don't know what I'm going to use it for. And I'm going to cut one of the flowers out of here. I don't know which one. And put that on there. This, I don't use that paper. I do use the polka dot, but I don't use that paper. It just lacked something to me. And then this was the last card, and I'm going to use the, like I said, I think it's the Sea Life dies, and cut that fish out and put it on here. So there's my cards. 4 cards, same layout, quick and easy. Oh, thanks, Gladys. I'm glad you like them. But there we go. Some fun cards. And Renee asked me about, we did go through a time change in the U.S. We go to Eastern Standard Time. So I went ahead an hour. And in the fall, I'll go back an hour. So if you missed me, it's because we went ahead, and you guys, not every place does. I think we should all, oh, thanks, Jackie. I think we should all use the same time thing, not jump forward and backward. I know why they did it. It was for the farmers, but so they could be in their fields longer. Thanks, Trudy. So be looking for the post later today with the, now this one I'm going to say is done because I did stamp on it to show you how to stamp. I'm not going to do anything else because it created a cute scene. But these 3 I will, and I am going to use a die on this one. I know, Carol, it's like some places in the U.S. do and some don't. It's so frustrating. I think they're looking at it differently, so it'll be interesting. Oh, thanks, Diana. All right, guys, since that one, I'll pull it back in. I'm going to flip this up, so if you get dizzy, close your eyes. I'm going to flip it up, and I'll be straight side up in just a minute. Okay, I'm good. You can come back. So, if you try this out, share your cards with us. I mean, I would love to see people start sharing ideas. You have to put it in a post. You can't do your own post, I don't think. But if you comment on my post and you can put your card in there then. And that way we can see, because I mean, we all have a ton of paper. I'm trying to use mine up because the new catalog comes out in 2 months. Well, I can actually order from it next month, and I want new paper. You know, I love my paper. So I try to use up what I have in ways like this. So I'll be looking for ways for quick cards with pattern paper for the next couple of weeks, just to give you some ideas. Now, I will not be back Monday night. I have book club. So you have 2 weeks to try my sketch. Scroll down and see the sketch and give it a try. Make your card and post it in there. I would love to see it. Show us some ideas. We all can use the ideas. And even if you don't have that paper, you have something that, you use that you love. I mean, find your favorite paper and make a card with it. I'm going to get off of here because it's getting late, and I know Barb wants to get back to organizing her pantry. And thanks for the hearts, guys. And you guys want to get playing and being creative. So I'm going to finish these cards and post them later today, so look for them. I will be back next Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Join me. Bye.